Hey there, YouTube. You probably can't see me very well because the only light I have in my car is this one, and it is well after dark. It's almost 8 o'clock now. And so I'm all backlit and everything. But I figured turning that light on is probably the best I'm gonna get. Luckily the weather is real clear, so having a dome light in the car doesn't affect the driving in any way. So, at least you can see me at all, because if I turned that off, you probably wouldn't be able to. Also, I've noticed that it's not the camera that seems to devour batteries while they're in it. It's these rechargeable batteries, which don't seem to be able to hold a charge for more than a day. So if this video cuts off partway through, it's because the batteries in the camera ran out. Because the batteries that are in there right now, the camera is showing them as almost dead, and they're fully charged this morning. So, yeah. And I haven't found it with any particular brand either. It's just rechargeable batteries in general, I guess. Just kind of suck. Yeah. So, the main reason I wanted to make this video was because Shy, aka Sugar Beet Angel, finally made a video of herself, a vlog, if you will, a whatever you want to call it, and I think it's awesome. I think I'll probably be posting this as a video response to hers, and yeah, it's neat because it's like you can know someone for like years on the internet, which I have with her. You know, we've known each other on Gaia for years, and you know, known each other and talked on, you know, even on our webcams. But seeing a video of that person just gives you a completely different perspective on them. You know, you get much more of a feel for, like, you know, their spoken, their acting personality, like, you know, their just a general feel for what it's like to spend time in the same room as this person, you know, which you don't necessarily get as much of a feel for. And, you know, that always worries me at least a little bit, because, like, if you've only known someone from the internet, then you can start to feel like, oh my god, what if this person, you know, even though they're really cool on the internet, what if, like, I get in person with them and can't stand them? And so it's always refreshing when, you know, you finally see a video or something of the person. It's like, oh no, this is just a normal, you know, like, well, maybe normal isn't quite the word, but are any of my friends normal? No, that would be boring. You know, but they're a, relatively speaking, normal individual who, you know, is not weird or creepy, or not that I was saying that I thought you were shy, but, you know, I just didn't know. And, you know, another thing I also really liked about your video, that was, you know, very refreshing, is I know a lot of people who get, like, really, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Really wrapped up in their appearance as far as makeup and such is concerned. And, you know, I don't know if you were wearing any makeup, or if you were, it was definitely very little, but, you know, I know a lot of people who would refuse to go on YouTube without, like, you know, a lot more makeup. And I think in, like, pictures I've seen of you in the past, you know, you've almost always been wearing makeup. And, you know, when I first saw you on the video, it was almost like, you know, I didn't recognize you, and it wasn't bad. It was, you know, I personally think that a lot of people who, you know, wear a lot of makeup often look at least as good, if not better, without the makeup. You know, that's just my personal, you know, preference. My view of it is that quite often, you know, I will like the way someone looks at least as much without makeup, sometimes even more. And, you know, it's different, and you can tell the difference. And, you know, like I said, that was just one of the things I noticed. But it certainly isn't bad. I think it looks a lot more real. You know, I get much more of a feel like, you know, I'm getting to know you rather than, you know, getting to know person you're putting on makeup and pretending to be. Also, I think you mentioned, you know, thinking of what you're going to say in your videos ahead of time, and said something about me doing it. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I do not at all. Like this one, I just kind of fired up the camera, you know, well, first figured out this lighting situation, but then just kind of fired up the camera and was like, yeah, you know, the amount of planning that went to this video was, yeah, I'll say a few things about Shai's video and make it a video response, but that's all I thought about. You know, I didn't think about what I would say about it. I didn't think, you know, I just kind of am saying things as they come to me. So, you know, go with whatever works for you. You know, sometimes, and everyone has low self-esteem issues about their vlog because, you know, the very concept of someone wanting to sit down and listen to you talking into a camera for a long period of time just seems, you know, counterintuitive. You know, it seems like, you know, no one would actually want to sit there and watch me, but believe me, we do. And, you know, I believe that at least the very few subscribers I have do. And, you know, there's people like, oh my god, you know, Slayerette, or her real name, I always have to think for a moment how to pronounce it, but it's Marianne. Yes, Marianne's videos, you know, they're spectacular. You know, I don't entirely understand why they're spectacular, but I have a really good time watching them. And, you know, because of that phenomena, I'm able to realize that, yes, people will have a good time watching me doing essentially the same things. You know, and I have no clue why people want to watch me, and you obviously have no clue why they want to watch you, but we do. So, definitely keep making videos. That's awesome. Let's see. Someone's telling me, so I need to change lanes. Okay. I don't think I have all that much more to say about... I was trying to think. Oh, it's kind of funny, because I actually put a Death Note desktop wallpaper on my laptop before class, and in class had like at least one person next to me kind of notice it and like, you know, nod approvingly, and then had another person actually ask me about you know, sites that I knew of where it could be downloaded, and he actually knew of one that's even more up to date than the one I know. But between the two of us, we managed to come up with two sites, and one of them was the one I was using that I already linked in the comment to your video, but I will link the other one when I get home and upload this, and it might not be till tomorrow, but in the text of this video, I'll make sure to, you know, link the actual, websites that you can get Death Notes from. There are still a couple, and hopefully they'll still be showing up on YouTube. I'm actually getting really excited because I just noticed that the manga is in, you know, my store, like the place I work where I can get an employee discount. And, you know, the first 2 volumes are physically in the store, and the other 9 of them we can order, and the 10th one is on pre-order and coming in March. And, you know, just quickly glancing through the descriptions, I realized that the TV episodes only cover, like, the first 4 volumes of the manga. So, like, you know, obviously you already know this, I'm not telling you anything new, but I might be telling some viewers something new, that, you know, the storyline in the manga is way, way further along than it is in the anime, and I really want to, like, continue with the storyline. I don't really care whether it's animated or whether it's, you know, in fact, part of me kind of tends more toward the manga, because I'm very much an anime purist. You know, I want it in, well, any art form, really. And I do consider, you know, any anime worth watching, well, most of them that are worth watching are generally an art form. And, you know, the art is not just in, you know, the drawings of the characters, and that, even though that's certainly one aspect of it, it's in the storyline. And obviously this is a really nice storyline, a really good storyline, a really well-written and well-developed storyline with well-developed characters. And so whoever the creator is, who I don't know his or her name off the top of my head, but whoever it is, you know, that's the person that I'd really like as much a direct route to in, you know, finding out the storyline. And because the manga came first, that's going to be the most, you know, pure form, the closest I'm going to get to having the original creator actually display the storyline as he or she intended it. You know, it's like, it's the same reason that I generally want subtitles rather than dubs, because, you know, it's that much closer to the original creator. And the closest is the manga, you know, obviously, at least in this case. Some cases it might not be, but, you know, the next step from that will be the subtitled anime, because that will have, you know, the original voice actors that at least the creator might have had some say in choosing. And by the time you get to the dub voice actors, the original creator had very little say in that, you know. I doubt that, what's his name? Oh, whatever that crazy guy who made Evangelion. I doubt he had anything to do with Spike Spencer voicing, you know, Shinji. You know, that is completely out of his hands in every way. And, you know, he might have had a lot more to do with the voice actors involved in the original version, which is why I watch Evangelion subtitled. And, you know, any anime, if I have a choice between the sub and the dub, I take the subtitled version because, you know, it's closer to the original art form. In my opinion, dubs, although sometimes they can be done very well, they're an alteration of the original art. It's like, you know, taking someone's piece of artwork and modifying it, which in some cases can be a very good thing. It can be a very, you know, artistic, what am I looking for? Like anime music videos, for instance. You know, that's something where you take two original pieces of art, actually. You take the song, which is a piece of art, and, you know, whatever show or anime or whatever you're taking the footage from, you're taking that, and you're modifying them, and you're making something completely new that is often artistic in and of itself. But, you know, it's not the original form. It's not, you know, and it can be done well, it can be done very, very badly. And it certainly shouldn't be viewed as a substitute for actually, you know, sitting down and listening to the song and maybe watching the original music video, which the creators had a say in, or a substitute for watching whatever show it is. And, you know, most people wouldn't be like, no, I'm not going to watch Evangelion. I watched enough music videos that I generally got the idea of the storyline. You know, no, people won't say that. But people do say that with dubs, and I really don't think they should. You know, they should try and view the original and usually try and view it first, because then you get, you know, an idea of the context of, okay, you know, this is what they were going off of, and then you get the context of, okay, this is what they did with it. And from there you can make a much better judgment call about, you know, if they did a good job or not, or if they completely screwed up one particular character that you wouldn't have noticed was screwed up if you didn't, you know, understand what the original context of that character was supposed to be. And this is running really long, but I feel like rambling, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't know how I got off on a sub versus dub tangent, but here we are, and I'm going to keep going with it. One of the things that bothers me the most about most dubs that I've seen of, like, magical girl anime is there's always that, you know, little magical girl, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a term for it, but basically the little animal-like thing that, you know, follows them around. And, you know, there's one in pretty much every magical girl anime. You know, the one that comes immediately to mind is Sailor Moon with, you know, the little cats. And every single dub that I have seen has completely messed up the voice of that little character in every magical girl anime. You know, Cardcaptor Sakura or Sakura, however you pronounce it, they completely messed up whatever that yellow thing's name is. I haven't watched too much of it, but whatever his name is, they gave him, I think, like a surfer dude voice, and he's supposed to sound like, you know, tiny and cute. And that's how those characters are supposed to be, you know? Luna is not supposed to be all, like, motherly sounding. She's supposed to be tiny and cute. So is Artemis. They're both supposed to be tiny and cute sounding. And, you know, the American dub, for some reason, the dubbers think that, you know, they would be better off having a different kind of voice. And that's always what really bothers me in dubs, is when they go anywhere else with it that, you know, wasn't there in the original. When they say, you know, oh, you know, that was a good idea, but we could make it better by doing it this way. No, you can make it different, but we're not watching the anime for it to be different. If you want to make your own storyline, make your own anime. You know, I feel that when it is necessary to watch a dub, you know, there are certain times when you can't pay as much attention and, you know, don't feel like reading subtitles, whatever. When you are going to watch a dub, it should be, you know, it should keep to the original storyline. It's not your own work, you know? You shouldn't be able to, like, take someone else's storyline and almost match it, take all the animation, and then change around, you know, the actual, like, little details of it. And even, like, changes in phrasings of things that just irk me. I forget exactly what it was, but, and this is funny because this I've actually gotten an opportunity to change around and play with. Soul Calibur 3. Actually, Soul Calibur 2 is the one that I noticed in, I think. But I was playing whatever Soul Calibur game it was, and before I knew that you could switch it back to the original Japanese language, which, thank you, Namco, for including the original track. Crap, I'm getting off the highway, I'm supposed to call Katie. Anyway, let me finish this up real quick, but, anyway, I noticed that one of her little, you know, victory chant things, you know, the most annoying one in English, annoyed me the absolute most, was actually, you know, added on to in the dubbed version of it. In the original subtitled version, you know, the original Japanese version of it, she wasn't nearly as arrogant. It was, Talim, who's my favorite character. You know, Talim isn't an arrogant or mean person. And in only one of the dub ones, you know, she never seemed that way to me, but in one of the dub ones, back when I was still playing it with just the dub, you know, she sounded mean and arrogant, or sounded just a little bit too, you know, like, oh, you suck, you just lost, you know, just completely, like, obliterating the other person's self-esteem. And when I finally discovered the setting where you could change it over to the original Japanese, it switched, and, you know, the second half of that made it mean wasn't there anymore. And, you know, why did they feel the need? And it's so, you know, outrageous, especially because, like, you know, I was able to notice, even without, you know, being able to, knowing I could switch back to the Japanese, I was still able to notice that that was the one that was out of place. But they felt the need to, you know, lengthen it, and, you know, I don't know what they were thinking, but it was just bad. Okay, this video has gone on far too long. I'm gonna have to reduce the quality in order to upload it and all kinds of stuff, but at least I have a director account, so I get to upload more than 10 minutes. I'm gonna call Katie now, tell her I'm gonna be home soon, and we're gonna have a great salad for dinner. Okay? Yeah. I will post more videos later, and you will see me, and I will not see you, because that's how cameras work. Bye!